Welcome, Love Them Knives channel. What's going on, peoples? We got a Tuyaknife in the house. Comes in a zipper pouch. Or at least this one did. Now, yours may not. I didn't ever get that clarification from the USA rep. His name is Dave Warren. I'll give you the link to their website, to their Facebook of Tuyaknife's sales, U.S. sales and service. And this is what I've been getting my knives in, but this is what I got the last one in. And so I don't know for sure what to tell you. I emailed him and I only gave him about 3 seconds to respond. And then I kicked my camera on because I thought I'd show you this knife. So when you get a pouch or you get a box, you can negotiate with him, I guess. I got mine in pouches, but that may have been why. I mean, just because he was sending them to me to look at and mess around with. Have fun with, I guess. Blue. This is called the Thorax. This is the Tuyaknife Thorax. This is the model number T1703. It is a first production run, number 87 of 100, S35VN steel blade. It is titanium frame lock flipper. It is also anodized blue with a blue backspacer and a blue pocket clip that is also milled, as well as the backspacer. We have ceramic bearings and ceramic detent on this knife as well. We also have a blue anodized accent ring around the pivot. And here's your lockup. About 35 to 40%, 35% at least. You also have a lanyard hole or lanyard area that is incorporated into the backspacer. The backspacer has some degree of jimping on there. I would say not to the significant point where it's going to really provide a lot of extra grip. You also have some degree of jimping on the top of this blade, which doesn't really go above the scale. So yeah, I mean the flesh of your thumb goes in there and you can feel it, but not much. It's very, very smooth. Looks like it's more for kind of design purpose more than anything else. But that's okay. I mean, this is not my outdoor big hard use knife where I'm going to have to use it and get some grip. This is going to be more like that. This is the Tuyaknife 1601. Yes, you can feel that. Yes, you can go forward on this. And this has got plenty of grip. G10, jimping here, jimping here. On the backspacer, you can get a hold of this one. And believe me, brother. And D2 blade steel. Okay, you won't be. And ceramic bearings. But there you go. I mean, and great action too. Just great. Any case, so they make titanium knives. They make G10 knives. Got this one. I think they sell them for like $45. They have the talisman also. I'll show you later. I think they get $60, $64, $65 for. This one's $154, I believe, on their website. So ceramic bearings, S35VN steel, titanium, frame lock flipper, anodized, already pimped, and you can tell that I've already been handling this. A little, Windex, and you wipe it down, you'll take that off, and then if you're not wearing gloves, you're going to, affect the ano on this one, especially this color, I'd say. And you don't have to get this color. You can get just regular titanium, as I will prove to you by looking at their website. And I will, and this is U.S. sales and service. You can order right off their website. They ship it to you. These knives are in the United States. They're made in China. Tuyaknife is a Chinese knife company. They do their own designs. They make their own knives in their own production facility. Okay. This gives you, the The stock, thickness of the stock, 3.8 millimeter, S35 VN steel. Blade length, 3.7 inches. Closed length, almost 5 inches. So overall length, 8.66. Titanium, 4.4 ounces, which is pretty light. Nice. Like I said, you can get silver, and it has the blue accents. So maybe that would be more to your liking. I like blue. I like blue. And the action on this is really good. Especially now, and it's centered. No blade play, no lock rock on this knife. It's really nicely done. You do have a choil in here for sharpening. Not so much for going forward, but you can put your finger in there sideways and go up on here if you want. You know, it's a satin grind. See that? And you got a swedge ground in here too, but you can see the flats were originally stone washed. Good ergos. It feels good in the hand. You know, you got this little finger choil up here. You have this pass through, which is really nicely adequate. Not too big, not too small. That blade just drops. But not like a guillotine. Feels good. And I took this knife apart because I wanted to show you a picture of the guts. And here's the guts. And you can see they weight relieved the inside of the scales, didn't they? Well, that's probably why it's under 5 ounces, right? And here's your hardened steel insert with over travel stop. Of course, you have these steel washers on both sides because you have titanium here. You don't want to put these bearings up against titanium. So these are ceramic bearings, absolutely, and ceramic detent ball. And there's your pivot tube, and there's your pivot screw, and oh, this is where your knife goes together. Oh, here's the back. Here's the back spacer. So slap that baby on there, slap it all back together, not a problem. Make sure you put your blade stop back in here, and I always put my bearings where this part actually faces the knife blade, and the open part, like this, actually faces down to these steel rings. I don't know if that's right or wrong. That's just the way I do it. And you know, this is the way it looked when I pulled it apart. This is before I cleaned it. There wasn't much to clean. It was really clean, and the action was really good. I was kind of surprised how easy it was to take it apart and put back together. That really kind of gives you that sense that the knife is really well made. You know, no hardware issues, no strip screws, no overdone Loctite or anything, and it's screwdriver. Can you say screwdriver? Probably could stick a dime or a penny in there. I know it was a fat screwdriver blade for me to turn that. It was real easy. So, came right apart. No left hand option on the pocket clip. Right hand only. You can see all this milling that's all going on here. You know, all this is at a different level here. Okay? So you did all this. Then you go through and you mill all this through. So you've given it some grip, some texture. And it matches on both sides. You don't just have a flat titanium side on this side and all the fancy work. No party up front, business in the back. It's a party front and back. That's nice. So how big is it, Bertha? Come here. Yeah, get out here. It's supposed to be 3.7 inches. We'll find out if they're lying to me. That's pretty... I'll tell you what. Yeah, that's a filthy lie. Because for me, that's 3 7/8. I mean, 3.7 would be coming up inside the 3 3/4 mark. So, I don't know, but I'm calling it, this is a decent sized knife, actually, if you've noticed. And this is pretty close to a 100 millimeter long blade. Not quite, but probably 99, and 8 5/8 overall. So, coming up on 22 centimeters long. That's not bad. I mean, that's not a small knife. It's not a small knife. And if... Fancy would want to come out here. Come here, girl. So we got the Para 2 here which is not as big. Not as big. Now, I mean, you know, maybe a 1/2 inch difference between the two overall length. 8 1/4. But, see what I'm saying? Now, flip the aspect ratio. They look closer to the same size. But they aren't. This is much longer blade. Much longer blade. And the handle length on it is pretty close to this one. This one edges it just a little bit, but not by much. And the blade stock, I know you're looking down at the swedge, so you're not getting the full width here, but I mean, there you are. It's a little thicker on this one than this, okay? So, and let's put it down. Let's see if we can get into the part where it's going to be, see, right in here. Let's get in here. Yeah, they said 3.8. We're close. Probably a 0.15, somewhere close in there on that. 0.52 overall, and I think we're getting right in the middle of the business here, the highest part. So 13.2 millimeters thick. That's I mean, 5.2, 4.6. So this is definitely more of a handful, thicker, more purchased that way than the Para 2. It's a bigger knife than the Para 2. But it's about the same price as this Para 2. Maybe a little cheaper. It was $155. This was pretty close to the same. But this has S35 VN and full titanium with ceramic bearings. And it's more your worker knife. We still love you, girl. That's okay. It's okay. Oh, no, this is the S110V. Sorry about that. We were putting you down. Oh, come on. Now, I can't do this left-handed. Get out of here. So, no. Okay. We'll give you that. We'll give you that. So, in any case, but a great deal for $155. I think, I keep looking around, and in my head, I'm like, I know there have been knives time here and there that have been, you know, drastically marked down. So when you catch things on an Uber sale, yeah, okay, we're right in there. But I mean, standard pricing on a lot of knives in this class is around 200 plus. So I think this is a good buy. Ceramic bearings, you know, the action on this knife is really good. It came apart, went back together really well, which is a sign of a pretty well-made knife. Good quality materials, and it's the ano is fading. Now I'm just gonna like make you hyper focus on that. But yeah. Now, you ask yourself, will it cut paper? Yeah, well, and it's pretty sharp right out of the box. It really is. So that's good. That's good. Backspacer, like the fact they threw that backspacer in and a milled pocket clip. There's some. They don't have a backspacer and they don't have a milled pocket clip. And that's too bad. You know, knives that are like that. I like that finished look of this. And it's a great place to put a lanyard hole. So yeah, and I do like the design of this knife, this kind of clip point blade. That's really nice. And it's a real tall grind. So that's a good little slicer, and you could pierce with this as well. Check that grind out. I think they did a really good job putting that edge on there too. It sure cuts well. But yeah, I mean, Tuya knives, and they're coming out with some more new models. Dave emailed me and said, yeah, I like 3 or 4 more. And heck, they just came out with these, right? This is the Talon, which I will be doing on a separate video, but wow, how nicely contoured. Now, this is your recurve dream, or if you don't like recurves, it's your recurve nightmare. Me, it just depends on the knife. When you call it a talon, then this works. I mean, if you've looked at a bird's talon and stuff, this is more resemblant of that. And I like the design. I love the contouring. And I do have the ability to sharpen a recurve. So, yeah. You know, it's more than just the recurve that scares me off. If the recurve just makes no sense and or, you know, it doesn't really go with the design, but it goes with this design. So this is really cool. And I love the backspacer pocket clip that they're setting off on this thing really nicely. But good looking knife. Not that heavy either. Let's throw it on the scales before I kick you out of here. Grams. 128 pretty much. Let's kick back to our ounces. Okay, so it's 4.5. Wow. Whew, that's heavy. Oh my God. No, that's... Dude, you need to work out. That's pretty light. That's pretty light. You know, Tuyaknives. Okay, the 1601. Oh, I was going to show you some stuff. I'll just throw this past you. So, okay, so here's the thorax, right? This is the one we're looking at. And then that's the talon, okay? And then they have these in many, many different lovely colors. And they call it the D2 model. That's so creative. Look at that. 5-star, 19 reviews. You think they're getting some attention? I think they are. You know, especially USA. I mean, you can buy them, get them serviced, get parts, get whatever from the USA rep. Now, here's an M391, the Shuriken, and I don't have this. Someday, I'm going to get my hands on this one. I like the carbon fiber stuff. I think that's what that is in there, and it's M390. Be interesting. Talisman, which I used to have, and this is AUS 10, and this is $59.99. I was saying 65, I think, wasn't I? In any case, yeah. And this M391, $154. Good things about them, that's for sure. So right in the 150 to, you know, from $45 to $150. Just feels good in the hand. It's centered, no lock rock, no blade play. Good action, pretty light, weight relieved inside, ceramic bearings, nice clip point blade, well done, sharp, pouch, or maybe box. I don't know how they're coming to you. I've had both. I mean, I've had the chicane come in the box with a microfiber cloth, and I had the argon come in the box as well. Really cool looking knives, aren't they? This argon's just outstanding. Great knife. You know, great action. Feels good in the hand as well. The chicane is a little bit more radical design. Do you think we got some kind of choil here? I don't know what that is, but I know you can sharpen on it, but, you know, it's a more radical looking knife. But I'm kind of glad they had the guts to put something like this out. I mean, I like the design. I think it's a little bit more controversial than this. This, I don't know who wouldn't like it unless you just don't like color. You know, and I don't know what the options are on that one. I don't know that you have any. This one you can get just regular silver. Now, talk about just a very sensible, straightforward knife. This thorax is really excellent. Really excellent. So I'm thrilled. I mean, I've got all kinds of crazy stuff around here. But you know what? Yeah, they're really good knives. Every one of them. I haven't had any issues. Every time I've emailed Dave, I get an email back within usually minutes. And he and his wife are both, you know, doing this together. So they're doing a great job. I mean, when they ship me something, I get my tracking number. It's on its way. It's here in a couple days. I guess that's what if you want a little bit of reassurance when you buy a Chinese made knife from a Chinese knife company, it's nice to know there's somebody here in the country that can respond to you. So, and these products have just really been good. I don't know. So far, I guess I'm a bit surprised how good they are, actually. But I think there's a lot of experience behind these people that are doing the manufacturing in China. There's more of a story, and I kind of know part of it, and I don't really want to shoot my mouth off, but there's experience behind this. That's why these are that good. Any case, I'm going to let you go. Flanagan, get back in here, buddy. You got to help me say goodbye to everybody. And you know what we do around here. We love them knives, so stay sharp.